Hi crypto peeps, hope you're doing well. Today's date is 7th of February 2024, and with this let's get straight to it, shall we? Okay, so looking here on CoinGecko, Bitcoin is today around about $42,921. So it's hovering there between the 42 to 43,000 mark. Not doing too badly. Let's hope that things are going to improve over the next few months. Not too many days now to the Bitcoin halving in April. So yes, we should see some interesting rises there in the following months after that. And the ETF should kicking a bit more then as well. So it should be an interesting year for Bitcoin and everywhere. So with that, let's get straight to the news because we have some basic news for you this week. Nothing too explosive, but there's some news out there anyway. So let's get to my first piece of news, shall we? Okay, so my first paper-based piece of news here is on digital assets, and it starts off with the headline, "It's War. The mystery of Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto is about to be blown up." The legend of Satoshi, the mysterious anonymous Bitcoin creator who disappeared from the internet in 2011, has sparked wild speculation over the last decade, including that he could suddenly destroy Bitcoin entirely. Bitcoin created by the author of the Bitcoin white paper, Satoshi Nakamoto, in 2008, has grown to near $1 trillion asset that has spawned 1,000 rival cryptocurrencies. Now, after a surprise Bitcoin transaction triggered reports that Bitcoin creator had woken up. A computer scientist who named for years without proof to be Satoshi Nakamoto is about to have his claim tested in court. Craig Wright, after orchestrating an elaborate but unconvincing demonstration in 2016 that he is Satoshi Nakamoto, has spent years dragging naysayers through the courts in a largely unsuccessful attempt to legally be recognized as Bitcoin's creator. Alongside his legal campaign, Wright has focused on a fork of Bitcoin called Bitcoin SV, which stands for Satoshi's vision since the 2017 so-called block size war that saw a schism in the Bitcoin community between those who wanted Bitcoin to be digital gold and those who wanted it to be complete or to compete with the likes of Visa and other payment protocols. The trial is due to start February 5th in London, and it should last around a month, and hopefully it will conclusively show that Dr. Wright is not Satoshi and will not be able to continue to threaten developers. A COPA spokesperson told The Guardian, adding COPA is seeking a negative declaration that Wright is not Satoshi Nakamoto. Wright offered to settle the case last month, a move seen by some observers that he is not confident that he will be victorious. Moving ahead here on the Cryptopolitan, Metamask partners with Robinhood to enhance crypto purchases. So those of you that use Metamask and Robinhood, this should be a good development here. So Metamask, the popular self-custodial wallet developed by Consensus, has collaborated with Robinhood, the widely used online trading platform. This partnership, announced on February 6th, includes a seamless method for Metamask users to buy cryptocurrencies directly from the Robinhood platform. The integration leverages Robinhood's order flow, allowing both Metamask and Robinhood users to transfer and fund digital assets into their Metamask wallets easily. This move aims to simplify the crypto purchasing process, making it more accessible to users across the entire United States. And if you're interested in that one, here's the tweet here where they're talking about this, and there's a lot more details down below here. But this one piece of detail here, by incorporating Robinhood Connect into its digital buy crypto feature, Metamask is tapping into a vital piece of infrastructure that bridges traditional banking systems with the blockchain-based crypto economy. So big moves there. There's lots of information on that. As with all these news here, there's information in the links below. So check out the links, do your research in full. But yeah, if you're using Metamask and even if you're using Robinhood, that's a good collaboration there, which should benefit everyone in the end. The next piece of paper-based news here is on CoinDesk. Wells grabbed $50 million of Chainlink's Link as price climbs 40% in a month. Link is one of the year's top performing tokens so far, and this is driven by the hype around tokenization of real world assets. So one of crypto's hottest narratives, the tokenization of real world assets, has sparked a nearly 40% jump in the price of Chainlink over the past 30 days, with some crypto wallets apparently picking up over $50 million worth of the tokens. On-chain analysis tool LookChain said one investor, known as a whale, withdrew 2.7 million Link tokens from a crypto exchange, Binance, using 49 new wallets in that period, while the price climbed to a 22-month high and it touched $10 billion. One of the wallets has transferred more than $9 million worth in Link tokens from the exchange in the past 10 days. And it's got some tweet details there if that one interests you. It goes on to say here, in January, analysts at K33 Research said Link was the safest way to profit from the ever-strengthening tokenization of real-world assets. Tokenization allows assets like gold, stocks, and real estate to be represented and traded as digital tokens on the blockchain. Check out that if that one interests you. It's a new development. We shall see and hear a lot more about this tokenization of real-world assets in the year ahead. My next piece of paper-based news here is on digital assets. The US dollar paradigm shift. Wall Street giant issues shock $10 trillion warning after Bitcoin ETF boom sparked an Ethereum, XRP, and crypto price rally. Bitcoin has rocketed higher in recent months, pulling up the price of Ethereum, XRP, and the wider crypto market. The Bitcoin price has doubled over the last year, bouncing back from a huge price crash in 2022, in large part thanks to the hype around a fleet of spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, with JP Morgan issuing a surprise Bitcoin ETF prediction this week. Now, after former US President Donald Trump effectively killed off any chance of a Federal Reserve issuing a so-called digital dollar, a Wall Street giant has predicted a Bitcoin ETF paradigm shift, and it could be about to hit the US dollar's global dominance. He goes on to say the adoption of Bitcoin beyond speculative purposes continues to evolve. Morgan Stanley's head of digital assets, Andrew Pill, wrote in a report pointing to the raft of spot Bitcoin ETFs that were greenlit by the US Securities and Exchange Commission earlier this month, calling the approval a potential paradigm shift in the global perception and use of digital assets. Wall Street giants BlackRock and Fidelity have led the spot Bitcoin ETF change on charge, with BlackRock's legendary chief executive revealing his next step in a plan to revolutionize the financial system. The US dollar's dominance as the cornerstone of international finance system is now being reconsidered in the face of evolving geopolitical shifts, referring to the fiscal and current account deficits, and adding, a clear shift towards reducing dollar dependency is evident, simultaneously fueling interest in digital currencies such as Bitcoin, stablecoins, and central digital bank currencies. Governments around the world, led by China and its digital yuan, have been exploring the creation of the so-called CBDCs since Facebook's 2019 Bitcoin-inspired failed digital cryptocurrency project sparked fears private digital currencies could threaten the supremacy of current banks. Check that out if that would interest you. Lots happening out there. It seems like the BRICS is taking over as well. You know, lots of countries signed up to that recently. So if you haven't looked into that, do a Google search on that one. That's very interesting as well. There's lots of things that are out there, and they seem to be probing and looking at the US dollar and its dominance of the world, including Bitcoin, including the ETFs, and including BRICS. So please do your research on that. Lots happening out there. My final piece of paper-based news here this week is, here's how much $1,000 invested in Bitcoin today could be worth in 2030 if Cathie Wood's price target comes true. Now, I'm not going to read all this about her price targets. You know, I'm a fan of Cathie Wood. She knows what she's talking about. Her ARK ETF is doing well at the moment. So have a look at that if that one interests you. But let's just go straight to it here. So investing $1,000 in Bitcoin. Here's a look at how much the investment in Bitcoin today would be worth under various price targets from Wood and ARK Invest. A $1,000 investment today could buy 0.0230 Bitcoin based on a price of $43,000 at the time of writing. If Bitcoin hits $1 million as predicted by Wood several times, the $1,000 investment will be worth $23,000, representing a return of 2,200%. As a bear case scenario of $258,000, your $1,000 debt today would be worth $5,946, and you'd be up 494%. At a base case, so if it went up to $682,000, your $1,000 would be worth $15,686 at 1,486%. And a bull case, so let's say it reached $1,480,000, your $1,000 today would be worth $34,000 up 3,304%. So some very interesting figures there. All of them look good, to be honest. All the scenarios. So it just goes out to show, invest in Bitcoin. Okay, so moving to my video-based news out there this week. I got some great video-based news, and the first one is from Altcoin Daily. This one goes on for around about 10 minutes. It's the crypto market is about to go crazy, and they talk about Solana, Cardano, Ripple, and lots more on that one. Great channel, subscribe to them, great content. My next piece of video-based news here is on Coin Bureau. This is on for 21 minutes here. And it's general crypto news. So they're talking about Bitcoin, the ETH upgrade, the Fed, what they're doing, USDT, and lots more on that one. But again, really good information. Check them out too. And my third video here that I got this week is on Savvy Finance. This goes on for about 14 minutes. And they're talking about no more sell-off, BlackRock, and BlackRock essentially planning something big on the horizon. So have a look at that. Very informative. It's interesting to see what they got to come up with. And that's pretty much it for this week. Check out all the links below. Make sure you're safe out there. Click that link, subscribe, give us a good like. Check out our main website. It's slightly a bit hesitant out there in the market at the moment. Everyone's waiting to see what happens with the ETFs and what happens in, I think it's around about 60-something days now when the Bitcoin halving event happens in April. That should give us some very interesting developments over the following year. Be safe out there. Do your research. Namaste, and I'll see you next week.